Hi there, signs of Scorpio. This is for your collective. My name is Kim. So happy to have you here. This is going to be a reading where, yes, I will use some cards, but the beginning of this, I want to go over what I just meditated on your energy. And this reading was supposed to be for October, November, December 2024 for you. And so your meditation, let's go ahead and get into this meditation. It was interesting. Okay. So right when I open up, let me say before I open up for your energy, I get the wagon as like a one that a pioneer would have. A wagon or something like that. It kind of reminded me of the Oregon Trail. But then the way that my linear mind is thinking is, wait a minute, the steps were not put into place yet. I was not in my meditative state yet. Let's redo this, you know? You can't do this to me. I got to know whether it's coming from you or if it's coming from me. And so then I open up, grab my azurite stone and my binaural meditation beats on, right? And then what I see is a highway. Okay, I see a highway, and I see different people. Well, first of all, on this highway, on this road, I see different cars with different individuals in them in the driver's seat. Okay. And it flashes to each person so that I can see a glimpse of what's going on in each car. Obviously, you're on a road, right? And so there's a decision that has been made. And an interesting thing that happened in your meditation that doesn't always happen was I got the feeling like I was being turned like this way, and then I was being turned this way. Made me feel like a roundabout in a way. And that sensation kind of happened the whole time. So that was another interesting thing. And so the first car, I had, the feeling was what connected all of the cars. The feeling was one of, there's fright and anticipation. There was an eagerness. There was excitement. There was passion. And that was the... things were a little tense feeling too, okay? But it was good, is all I can say, is that it was good. So in the first car, there was this guy, and he looked to be in his 30s, maybe. And he was in the car because after many years of saving money, he had a plan that everybody thought was kind of outlandish. He wanted to take his money and he wanted to go live in a mountainous region or somewhere like very away from the hustle and bustle that he was used to. But that hustle and bustle was what allowed him to collect quite a significant amount of money is what I got. And so he was I can't even say that. He was excited because he was going in a direction that he knew that he was finally doing something, that he's wanted to do for a very long time with his money. Okay. And then, so the next car that I get, it was actually rather sad. It was a woman, younger woman, I would say maybe 20s. She looked like in her 20s or late 20s. I don't know. Age doesn't really matter, does it? They're all metaphors. But she had lost someone. She had lost a significant person, a spouse or a boyfriend or someone that she loved a lot, that she actually had thought she was going to spend the rest of her life with. And she was on this highway because a significant time had passed of grieving. And she was finally getting away or moving away from the place that they had dwelled together, that they had shared. And it was very emotional for her to be on this highway, yet there was a feeling of newness and of life coming back into her body, into her blood, into her mind, into her heart. So there was a little bit of tears going on as she was driving. Okay, and and then the scene flashed, and there was another person. It was an older male, mature male. So it may have been his 50s, 60s. He was going on the highway too. A similar situation. I feel like he had probably lost somebody, but it had been quite some time ago. And this is just something that he was going to do for himself. I kept getting the message with that person that he didn't want his life to end up the way he thought it was going to end up if he stayed in the spot he was going to stay in. If that makes any sense. Like, there was something about this person that didn't want to be sedentary, and he knew that. So it didn't take me to the destination point of any of these people. It just told me the story of what they were in the car for. Okay, and then the next car was actually a couple of people. These were people that were not doing very good physically, body-wise. They had been in a city or a town where drugs were pretty rampant, and they themselves were on some pretty heavy drugs that they decided together that they were going to get away from this town because they had to. If they didn't, I don't know if one of them had a scare or something like that. I get the feeling like they have seen a whole lot, and maybe they have even experienced such like a near-death experience, something to shake them up to the core, so that this ride was not only scary for them, and they were sober as they're on this highway, but they were going through some pain, like a lot of pain, but they knew that they just had to get away from that town or that city. All right. And then the next part of the meditation was just in my mind's eye, a big torch. Poof. A big torch, bigger than the Olympic ones. It was huge. And this torch was lit, and I saw it on each one of the cars. Okay, and then this is where it got a little cute. It flashed to a stadium or a theater of beings that were like angels. They look like angels to me. I mean, they could have also been passed on loved ones or soul family, because they were dressed in these like long white garments, and they were eating popcorn. And every time on this screen that they would see the person decide to get in that car and go on this particular highway and make some sort of it was like, to me, it showed that it was such a huge decision that it reached the heavens, and so you're being celebrated. They were celebrating, they were cheering, they were laughing, and yay, this is the turning point. You know what I mean? It's like, this is the climax, right? And then after that, I saw people. This is cute. I saw this little guy. He had like a bald head and these little wiry round glasses on. He had a book. It looked to me to be the book of life. It was big. It was dusty, and it had like a feather. He was scrambling around like, oh my goodness, because things are changing so quickly. And then I saw guides. I saw a lot of your guides and angels. They were walking around this man, but they were also dusting off blueprints and saying, like, time to pull it out. This is what your higher self said that they wanted to do. Oh my goodness, they're doing it. And so we're pulling out the blueprint, and they're getting the blueprint of what you wanted to do, what you wanted to experience, what challenges you wanted to overcome. And then there was this beautiful library. To me, the first thought came to my mind of Akashic library, of your spirit guides being able to, because now you in a sense open up the highway with a personal decision enough to where now they can go and access a lot of this information for you that you need because it's accessed when you need it, used at the right and appropriate time. And so they're getting prepared to get you the information that you need, kind of like to complete this. Yeah, and then I saw the world turning, all right? And then I saw the world turning. So it was really interesting. It was really interesting. It was a neat meditation. I liked it. High energy. I can tell you the energy, real high. Whew. Good energy here, Scorpio. Good energy, guys. Yeah. All right. So I didn't do my introduction, and I must say that I have private readings available, or less. I do not keep a channel going. So if you would like a private reading, that is in the description box. 3 different prices. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I love comments. They're my favorite part of my day. They always cheer me up. And so we're going to get into the little card part of your reading. But it was, there was so much, no matter what emotions. In fact, the more emotional the person was in the car, it seemed like the more this group of beings were like, yay, you know? I don't know. It was neat. It was interesting. I love stuff like that. Okay. So let's see. All right. And if you enjoyed that, if you like how that was, one, let me know, surely, but also the collective reading. I think I'm going to start doing the collectives more based on like this format where we're doing cards too, but I will do a meditation. And I did one. It was really interesting for everybody today, if you feel called to it. Only if you feel called to it, though, you know. All right. Scorpio. Mystical sister, like a moth to a flame. Sulfur. This is, and the sap of the moon plant. All right. Okay. So we're moving something up and out of our way. So we have the sulfur card, something that was either toxic to us or even chaotic. Moving up and out. There's some guides here. I always see this. There's some guides here watching as you move something up and out of your life. This is about what needs to be expelled. And I really get a sense of blood here, although we know how the metaphors work, right? And then I have the mystical sister. Let me get a sip of coffee real quick. So the mystical sister is like a moth to a flame. You're it's feeling like the collective read. There's a certain part in the meditation with the collective where the light starts to come on, and then you start to notice members of your soul tribe, people who have had a similar experience or who are on a similar spiritual quest or journey. The people in the cars couldn't be more different, but they were all on this spiritual quest, and they all had the same audience. You know? And I want to point out that they all had a torch. They all had a torch. The sap of the moon plant is everything good that you have to receive still. Because it's talking about the good things. If you were to if the divine feminine were a flower and you were to squeeze it, and then what comes out is this nectar, this sweetness, this goodness. That's what that would be. I'm being guided to use tarot for you. I'll use a different deck also, but I am being guided to the tarot. So this is like, what kind of goodness are you about to experience? Are you going to experience? In what situation are you going to run into this soul family? They see you as beautiful. They see you like this moth, somebody that was able to transform like the caterpillar into the moth through a dark space. You are somebody that was able to meet the shadow, and then live there and say, aren't I beautiful even here in the shadow? See, it's in the darkness that your light is shining so bright. It's a pretty black rose and a pretty blue sky. It's midnight blue though. Midnight blue. Just curious. Quicksilver, movement, travel, mobility. Oh wow, this is your, that's why they wanted that card. You're about to move past your obstacles. You're about to be in this chariot energy. Again, move past your obstacles. 5 of Wands in the reverse. You're about to move past obstacles, things that were stalemates for a while. This is big. This one right here is your celebration card. Homecoming to, I'm going to say your blueprint. Getting focused, even amidst challenges and obstacles thrown in your way. You have the Chariot. You're going to be very successful. I keep seeing the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, so that's a reminder to invest in yourself at this time. Something about your focus, getting back on track, your focus. And the Chariot. Travel, movement. Could literally being in a vehicle and going down a highway. I mean, the Chariot, but we're going to take it as this is your victory. This is your victory. This is your, the awareness is high and your balance is good. And you have a new investment, something new to invest in. Gone maybe are the, look, this is a completion. Gone are the days where you're having to carry too much. In a way, this card is like a homecoming, because it can signify somebody with a lot of stuff that's finally made it home. Metaphorically, it's like all of these things that you've been carrying for such a long time, you're about to have a completion. Your hard work is about to pay off in the form of a new adventure, a new pathway, and something new to invest in. You should expect celebration. You should expect your major milestones in your life to be met. You're also being met with life and life purpose. You're meeting life with your purpose. And you're looking very attractive while you do it, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is a person who's very beautiful inside and out. Things are going to balance out. If you feel things that are not balanced or fair in your life right now, if you feel like it's chaotic, Justice in the reverse, especially with marriage, partnerships, relationships, then that is going to get balanced out. All of those areas. You're attracting a new experience and something new to invest in. Yeah. The Queen of Wands also has talents, gifts, and abilities. With the black cat there, this card sometimes indicates, no, all the time, really, psychism. Connection to psychic abilities, gifts, and sharing. Because the mystical sister would say that there's people that can really relate, or if anything, you stand out and glow so much that they want to relate, they want to hear, they want to be inspired by you. And that's what you're doing. You're attracting things. Sulfur. It doesn't smell the best, but it sure does help things heal. Okay, what else would you like them to know? Group of Scorpio. Time for chocolate. Do you like chocolate? Do you like chocolate? Chocolate. Satisfaction, perfection, love, romance, treating yourself. Sweet, rich, smooth, splurge. Aphrodisiac, the good stuff. Fine dining, do things right. Celebration and an elevated mood. Whoa. Okay, well, we're obviously busting out of that. Birdcage. If there was a situation where we felt like we were in a birdcage, let me just read it because I'm stuttering. Possessive, codependent, cling, restless, oblivious, controlled, sing anyway, want freedom, without consent, dominion, watch, hostage, confined, jealous, trapped, or predator. If you felt like that energy was what you were, like, this is you busting out of the birdcage. So you can fly freely. Oh, nice. The beehive. This always reminds me of the soul tribe, because of the hive, the collective. But it doesn't take away, just like the people in the cars, it does not take away from the individuality for you to be part of a soul group, soul tribe, or collective. You probably understand that. But some people would say or would think that that's a little, you know what I mean. Okay, so beehive is diligent, persistent, stamina, application, tireless, mindful, hard work, devoted, fruitful, busy, conscientious, energetic, continual, harvest, endurance, effort, patience, and concentration. Friends. There's the soul group. Friends, camaraderie, people on your team, allies. I have Soul Tribe that literally says that on it. Meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, friendliness. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? It matches it. It matches it. Nice. This might have to do with the sap of the moon plant. Kind of like the extras that you weren't always aware of, that were always around you. But it's like I'm thinking blueprint coming online. You know what I mean? Blueprint. Dust it off. Now it's finally something is activated. It is your blueprint. It is what you wanted to be activated. Network, support, associates, gathered, meetings, socialize, organization, arrangement, a collection, exchanging data, influence, in connection with a large amount or quantity. And childhood, innocence, playful, growing, friendship, lightness of being. Foundation, this is a big one, need of others. Revisit the past, loving life, no worries, inexperience, growth, and new beginnings. Now, it was in the reverse, so maybe this is what we're moving out of our life now, because like I said, in meditation, not everybody was exactly the happiest, but on their way to something to be fulfilled. Heartbreak, interference, sorrow, grief, funk, sadness, mourning, distress, letdown, gloomy, unhappy, hurt, bitter. That I feel like those are the things that we are also like expelling. 333 in your reading. 333. Person of air. Libra energy is coming very strong through yours, but I think that has to do with justice, marriage, relationships, partnerships. And also, of course, your mental faculties are clearer, or you're getting a lot of clarity. The great mentalist, the person of air. Eloquent. This is somebody that's very super smart. Okay, super smart. This situation here is happening now. A situation or event in question is happening now, and there are two people next to a train. You're coming out of the ostrich trap. You're coming out of the birdcage, and you're moving away from heartache and interference. No longer trapped in fear. No longer with the head in the sand as to, why do I feel like I'm being moved passionately towards, why do I have such feeling for something or someone, like why am I feeling so much? It's because there's something to not be avoided anymore. Fortress, fortitude, staying power, ready for anything, unbreakable, it says, unbreakable. Coming out of your handcuffs, coming out, all of these things I feel like is what's being expelled in your life. A need to break free, it says, external forces, a need held back and a need to break free. Have sap, resources, needed materials, wealth. What are these energies? Another look at all the threes. This could be about the threes. 3, 3, 3, 3. 4. You got, did you get all the threes in this deck? You may have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 threes. Okay, that's interesting. Getting out of a toxic situation, coming out, getting that out of your system, out of your life in whatever way you're having to do it. And with the Black Widow down, you notice the hourglass on it is time. It's time. Might be time for you to, if it's that job, if it's that place, if it's that town, if it's the car, if it is a pair of shoes you need to get rid of, write that note. A relationship, something. Dear John, maybe it's time to say, you know, the cold hard truth here is that this is the end. You're cutting cords and you're ready to get into that car, metaphorically, and drive on the highway. At this time, something is uncertain. Why? Because it's your decision. Because it's your decision. Anam, Kara, unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, infinite love. Another 3. Got another 3. You have 5 threes. This might be more about the threes. I'm sure a little bit here, but you also have this Libra energy, guys. Justice, lonely, confined, detached, remote, secluded. Some of you all could be wanting that. Some of you all could be trying to, or going in a direction that is away from that. I mean, I think that depends on what you're looking, because of, like in the meditation, the one person wanted to be away from everything, wanted to be in a place like that. So, of course, that would probably be yours. Then I have crackshot, competent, superior, precise, impressive, accurate, dead on, intense, witty, showdown. Another 3. It's another 3. What was this? 7, the biker, another Libra card. Wow. Okay, officially, I think you got all the 3s in that deck. What time do I have? Almost 30 minutes. Goodness. Let's pull this. Never ever have I seen all the 3s come out before in that deck. All right, be on your guard against difficult times here. That there may be unforeseen perils or emotional upheaval. Part of the process, you're still carrying the torch. Intuition, trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. Arrows, direction is yours to choose. Your light will guide the way. If you fall and others laugh, shake it off. Rose quartz crystal here is a healing quartz. It's loving, it's healing, and it may be telling you it would benefit you and your health at this time. I have keep going. The world is big and loud, but we're going to make sure you're safe and sound. That's your spirit team. Reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. And peace. Anam Kara. Peace. Friends and family, yours to share today. Whoa. And then travel on the bottom. All right, fine. I'll read them. Travel. Long distance communication will open up in your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. Medicine, it says veggies and fruit from yellow to blue like medicine. They're good for you. Property, a property purchase or sale for many. Music, help you raise your vibrations here. Music, celebrate. Time is right. Let's jump out loud. Shout out loud. Jump out loud. Don't hesitate to jump around. Animal healing. Okay, animal healing, and then I will do an angel number and close this out. What was this one? Sexuality flipped over. Okay, so there's something about that. Something about relationships, new passion, and heightened sexual attraction. That might be like a moth to a flame. Burned by the fire. Love is mine. Can't you feel my desire? 15, you are wise. Your love for others is powerful, and you're able, oh my goodness, the 3. And you're able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious social nature brings you into contact with a variety of people, all who would benefit from your words of wisdom. 2, I am diplomatic, also indicating new partnerships. I can't believe you got another 3. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Expression comes naturally to you. You are skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. 3, I am charismatic. Number 9. It's your compassion that makes you shine. You're devoted to helping the greater good, and you have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you're being of service. I am compassionate. And that's what I have for you guys, lovely souls. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for giving me your time today. I hope you have a great whenever this gets you. Bye.